Welcome back, guys. In this video we're going to talk about how you can become magnetic, a magnetic force to attract what you desire, what you want in your life. How can you raise your energy and create that state that naturally draw towards you the things that you desire, and ironically in the same time stop attracting the same old things that are currently a match to your energy and what you're attracting right now. And we're going to look at this through a very simple practical way, right? Because all of this is actually very simple, very common sense if you apply what I'm going to teach you in this simple video. It's all about understanding the law of assumption, the law of attraction, and the law of cause and effect. If I take responsibility for my life, for what I'm attracting, what I'm creating, therefore I need to understand that I am causing the effect of my life. So on some level, I need to ask myself, how can I create the effect that I desire in my life? And this is what I mean by becoming magnetic, becoming attractive, becoming a generating force that simply attracts the opportunity, the synchronicity, the people, the coincidence, the bridge of opportunity that leads you toward everything that you want, right? It's possible if you apply the simple tools in your life. The first thing you have to understand is that right now in your life, at every single moment, you are constantly giving that energy out. Right now, you are already being magnetic. You are already have a generating, attracting force in your life that is already attracting certain people, situations, experiences in your life. This is not something that you turn on and off. All of us have this energy field around us, right? You could say that your identity is a vibrational identity made of all the thoughts, the programs, the habits, the decisions, the behaviors, all of that is constantly interacting with the universe, giving out a certain energy and attracting back its match. And that's why I strongly believe that you don't get what you want. Life only gives you what you are. So that's why I said, like, when you can become more magnetic toward the things that you want to create and experience in your life, now you become a matching force. But the matching force is something that you need to embody first. You don't become it when you get it. That's the greatest ego game. I'm chasing something, love, money, validation, and so on, in order to feel a certain way. That paradigm is broken and will only lead you to chasing, obsessing, hard work, anxiety, and the hustle road, right? So if you're here, it's probably because you are watching this to learn something greater, easier way, and a better way for you to create consciously your reality. So the first thing you have to understand is that, okay, to become more, I have to start giving more. Not necessarily only through my action and what I give other people, right? There's so many different ways we can give. The greatest form of giving that we have is actually to the thoughts that we send out, the words we speak, the emotion we feel, right? This is actually the biggest form of giving that is going on all the time, unless you are able to switch off the mind when you sleep or in your meditation, right? Otherwise, you are always emitting that energy around you. So you need to start giving something greater to life. In order to embody a greater energy, in order to become more magnetic, you gotta start giving something different. So we're gonna do an exercise right now, right? It's a very simple exercise that takes only a couple of minutes, but if you do it, you can have one of the biggest aha moments in your life, I guarantee you. And I know that because that's what happened in my life when I did that simple exercise that I'm gonna share with you now. The first thing you need to do is to take a piece of paper, right? A bigger, smaller, whatever, take a pen, and write down what are the 5 or 10 goals that you have right now in your life. What is the 5 or 10 things that you want to attract, manifest in your life, create in your life, right? Those can be small goals, it can be big goals, it doesn't matter. Pause this video now, take 4 or 5 minutes, whatever, and write those 5 to 10 goals on a piece of paper now, all right? Do it now. So step 2, now that you have your goals on paper, you should have your 5 to 10 goals now. I want you to answer this question for every single goal that you have. This is a very important question, yeah? And I want you to remember this. All the goals that you have, you want them not only for the things it's going to bring you, but for how it's going to make you feel. Yeah? This is what we project on the goals and the desires that we want. So I want you, for every goal, ask yourself this question. Imagine that you completed the goal. It's done. It's done. You achieved it. How would that make me feel? And for every goal, write down the 1 word, the 2 words answer, the feeling answer that comes back. Pause here, answer that question. How would that goal make me feel when it's completely done? Answer that question for every single goal. Pause this video, do it now. Welcome back. So now that you have that feeling answer, those 1 or 2, 3 words for every single one of your goals, here's what I want you to do. I want you to underline or circle the one word that comes back the most, the one feeling word that comes back the most on your list. Take a moment to do that now. Okay, I hope you're still with me. That was the full exercise, those 3 simple steps. So let's unpack. What does that actually mean? You see, the one word that you circle the most, the one word that came out the most repeatedly, is the one thing that you seek the most. Meaning subconsciously you project that quality, that essence, that feeling on the people, the things, the goal, the experiences that you want to create in your life. So it means that predominantly you're going toward those things in order to have that feeling, that goal, that essence fulfilled in your life. What does that mean? It means that on some level you are lacking between yourself that feeling, that quality. So let me give you an example. When I did that exercise, the one word that came up the most was I would feel worthy, I would feel good about myself. Yeah, that's the one word that kept on coming back overwhelmingly in all of my 10 goals. And this is when I realized, this is when I had that aha moment, that what I've been chasing in my life for so many freaking years is that feeling that I'm good enough, that I'm worthy, that I feel good about myself. So I was chasing more money, better goals, sport goals and business goals and all those goals, different goals, right? All of them just to feel good enough. And so I realized that if I am projecting that outside of me, if I'm chasing that outside of me, it's only because I'm lacking that within myself. You are only lacking what you're not giving to yourself. You don't chase what you have. Notice that in your life, what you have, you don't chase outside of you. Yeah, we all know people who are extremely confident, who are very still. They exude that confidence. They don't need it. They don't seek it. They don't even try to share it or convince you of it. They just exude it. Yeah. So what you have, you don't chase. You only chase what you believe to be lacking within yourself subconsciously. So when I started breaking away from the old thoughts of unworthiness and lack and the inner critic and the toxic shame that was buried at the subconscious level, when I did my inner work to start giving myself a sense of worthiness, a self-image that I am worthy no matter what, and that my self-worth is non-negotiable, I started becoming magnetic for the goals that I actually wanted all along. Why is that? Because instead of chasing the thing that I wanted, really, the feeling, right, the quality, I became it. That's what I said earlier in this video. When you become the things that you want, you become magnetic to that. Yeah? What you are, you attract. So when you feel worthy of good things, when you feel worthy of money, when you feel worthy, when you feel good about yourself, life meets you all the way there. When you feel unworthy, when you feel like a victim, when you feel like you're not good enough, life meets you there as well. It doesn't matter. Life is fair in that way. So if you victimize yourself, for example, life will victimize you. Yeah. So whatever the word that you wrote down, reflect on it. Ask yourself, in my life, how have I been chasing this? Where am I lacking this? How is that playing out in my life? It's so worth it to spend some time reflecting on that word, how it's been affecting you, that quality, that essence, that feeling, what it means to you. Because if you have the same breakthrough, if you have the same awareness that I had, now you have the roadmap. You know exactly what needs to happen for you to become a generating force in your life, to attract the things that you actually wanted all freaking along. So how can you start giving that then, right? Depending on your answer and depending on the thoughts, the blocks, the belief, the self-image that you have that has been creating that light, that has been creating that projection, what you really need to start doing is ask yourself a very simple question. How can I start giving to myself? Meaning, how can I embody that feeling right now in my life every single day as much as possible? That feeling. So what are the thoughts that I need to have? What is the mental attitude? What is the mental mood? What can I visualize? What can I do? Can I do some sport? Can I meditate? Can I affirm certain things? How can I start relating to myself? Can I stop the judgment, the victim story? Can I drop that story? Can I forgive that thing that happened? It can come in so many shape and form. Ultimately, you simply have to ask yourself, today, what can I give that will bring what I want in my life effortlessly, right? So if you got like, I want to feel free or will feel loved, right, from your goal, right? The question is simply, how can I be more loving toward myself and toward others? If you also had worthiness or free, right? How can you make yourself feel more free? If you had the feeling, I will feel secure, safe, ask yourself, how can I make myself feel more safe and secure in my life? And how can I make other people feel safe and secure? Because again, what you give to others, genuinely and freely, will also come back magnetized to you, right? It's often easier to give to yourself first until you're able to give to others, but you can do it both ways. When you start to do that and you start to embody that quality in your life, meaning in your self-image, in your energy, what is called a lot in the law of attraction and so on, is that you will raise your energy, meaning you will start to become magnetic to a higher level, to a more higher energy, so to speak, and now you become a match to that new energy. And you start attracting and generating certain things, but also all things starts to fade away, and you will approach your goals from a very different perspective and attitude. I guarantee you that. It's a very simple tool to apply, and it's very simple, but it's not easy, because either you do it or you don't do it. What you really have to do is to be awake, conscious, to have effort, to discipline your mind at the beginning, to break free from the old way, the old unconscious way, and start reprogramming your mind in a new way toward getting there, embodying that state, being that state. And when you do it after a certain amount of time, it just becomes who you are. And that's really when the big magic happens in your life. All right, let me know if you have any question down in the comment. As always, thank you for watching this video. Hit that subscribe button and helping grow this beautiful channel. I will see you next time. Be well.